Hey there, Niyamuda here. And how you doing? Alright, so how do I know that it is time to increase the price, of my services? So you're a graphic designer. At what point do you know that okay, I should raise my price? This is the time for me to increase my price. There are a lot of indicators that you should pay attention to. Once you begin to notice these things, you should consider raising your price, because it's not really perfect and nice for you to just charge one particular price for too long or forever. You should grow. Yeah, definitely. So one of the things you should pay attention to is when you notice that you have developed, you have upgraded in your skill set. That is to say, you are getting better, all right? You are noticing that clients and other persons, even other graphic designers, they are commenting on your work, they are appreciating your work, they are commenting on the quality of your work. At that point is an indicator that you can actually raise your price, because people are not seeing value, quality in what you are delivering. Then also, if you notice that your client base, that is, if you have too many low ticket clients, people that are just coming around and they don't want to pay very well, if it's become too much and they are giving you so much headache, they are giving you so many issues, because the truth is the client that pay less most of the time give you more trouble. So when you have them too much, you have more headache. So at that point, when they are too much paying you that small amount, is good to filter some people out so you can raise your price. That raising your price can actually help to filter some people out of the list. All right. Another thing you should look out for if you want to raise your price, to know whether you should raise your price, is whenever you deliver your job to client, while the client is happy, you are not happy. You feel that you are underpaid. You feel that this is not what I should be getting. At that point, when you are feeling like that, it is an indicator that you should raise your price. I felt like that some years back, when I was charging very, very low. I think then I was charging as low as 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira for one design. And after I've delivered the job, I will not be happy. The client is happy, saying, "Nee, thank you so much," but me, I am not happy. I just know that I deserve more. At that point where you're feeling like that, please, you should consider raising your price. Then, when there is an high demand for your service, when a lot of persons are beginning to need your service, because at that point, you will not be able to serve everybody. You will not be able to serve everybody. A lot of persons that need your services, just like I mentioned. So you should raise your price so that you fit in. You serve only those persons that actually can afford you, because it's not everybody that can actually afford you. So you'll be able to serve only those who can afford you. So another thing, when you notice that when you have increased and upgraded yourself, you have worked on yourself, you have earned your skill, you have paid for courses, and you have seen improvement in your skill, at that point you should charge what reflects what you are bringing to the table. You should not be paid small money when you are doing a lot. So when you notice that you have improved, you know your designs 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, and now you check your design, you're like, wow, I've improved. I have actually worked on myself. At this point, you should be paid for your expertise. All right, paid what reflects that your current level. Now, at what point should you increase your price? If you notice that your profit margin is becoming too low and you can no longer afford the basic things, the tools that you need, the resources that you need to always create very good designs. For example, you need food to stay alive. You need food to stay alive so that you can create. So by the time you notice that, okay, this money I'm being paid is no longer enough, I can't afford to get good food and stay alive to do the job, then it's an indicator you should increase the price. For example, you can no longer afford to buy data. You can't afford to buy data. You can't get good electricity. Because if you are designing with your phone, for example, you will need to charge your phone. If you don't have good constant electricity, then you need to buy power bank. It's money you are spending. or you need to buy a generator. If you're designing with your PC, of course, I do that. I design both PC and my smartphone. Now, for you to charge your laptop, you need to do what? You need to get electricity. Now, this laptop will not charge itself. For this laptop to charge, you will need to ensure that you have good electricity. So when you are no longer able to afford good electricity, good tools, pay for good services, you are finding it difficult to buy data, to be online and download resources, then please raise your price. If your designs have helped a lot of clients to achieve massive results in their businesses, you created a flyer, for example, and with the power of that visual, the client is able to make a lot of sales, thousands of sales. That is your business, your skill is helping the client to make a lot of money. So you should be able to increase your price because it is worth it. It is worth it, especially when you get a lot of reviews. That's one of the things. When you get a lot of reviews from clients, a lot of reviews, positive feedback, how your design is helping them to crush their goals, please, it is time to raise your price. If you have been delivering on one particular price for too long, remember the economy sometimes doesn't stay static. Sometimes it goes up. For example, in my country, sometimes there's economic crisis. Sometimes the price of things generally goes up. So meaning people get to spend more money to stay alive. All right, your house rate is increased, your student school fees is increased, you pay more money to get food store and all that. So if you are paying more money, it means that you should add more money sometimes to the services you provide, so that you'll be able to afford those things, those basic amenities. Okay, it's very, very important. Now, before you raise your price, there are a few things you need to do. You need to try to ensure that you are giving more value than the previous money. So if you are charging, for example, 10,000 naira for one design, I'm giving you an example now, and you want to raise it to 20,000 naira for one design, it means that the client should see an increase. The client should see that you have gotten better. The client should see that you have improved. All right, you should serve the client better. Also, you should also communicate with the client. Let them know that, okay, this is the reason why you have increased your price. Your prices, it should be clearly communicated. All right. Also note that you may lose some clients. It's not everybody that will just say yes, okay, this guy have increased the price, okay, so let's just dance to him. No, some person may not tolerate it. Some person may not actually adjust to your new price. They will want to go to and get other cheaper options. No problem. All right. Advertise yourself and reach out to a newer audience. You will get people that would always be willing to pay at any amount you decide to place on your expertise. All right, one more thing I need to know is that package your service very well, because when your price increases, the people will ask you like, okay, what is the difference here? What's the difference here? You could add little extras, little benefit, little bonuses to the things you usually do for them before. So you could say, okay, instead of just say flyer design 10,000 naira, you can say, okay, I will help you to advertise this flyer on all my social media platforms. Usually I charge 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira for that, but I'll do it for you for free. That alone can motivate them to want to, of course, pay. All right, you can do something like, okay, I would help you to create or change your Facebook cover photo. I will help you to change your LinkedIn cover photo. Just simple things that you can do for them for free as an additional bonus. It will encourage them to stay. Also, this is very, very important, and this is going to be the last. And by now, you should have liked this video and subscribed to my YouTube channel. Now, this is the very, very last point. Do not raise your price just instantly. Be gradual. Be very slow about it. So instead of raising your price from 3,000 naira or 2,000 naira to 10,000 naira, no, it doesn't work that way. Raise it small. Raise it from maybe 3,000 naira to 5,000 naira. From 5,000 naira, raise it to maybe like 6,000, 7,000 naira. Like that. I was charging 500 naira per design at a time. I think that should be like that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, 500 naira for one design. I didn't just raise it up to 10,000 naira. I gradually increased it to 1,000 naira. From 1,000 I increased it to 2,500. From 2,500 I got tired because those days I would design and send with job for client. I will be hungry. The client will be happy. I'll be angry. So I increased to 5,000 naira. From 5,000 naira, I was not still satisfied. After a few months, I increased to 6,000 naira. From 6,000 naira to 8,000 naira. Currently now, I do designs for 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira for one flyer. Now, I'm not going to be here for too long. I will increase more, 15,000, 20,000, and even 30,000 or 50,000 or more, because I am adding more value to myself. I am increasing and upgrading my skill and getting better at what I do. That's exactly what you should do. If you got value from this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and let me know what you think about it. If you have a question, drop it in the comment section and I'll be very willing to answer your question. Tell me where you're watching from. My name is Niyamuda. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.